Hello, world. Always got to make my little adjustments here. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday evening, night. Probably more like night, if not Saturday for some of you, depending on where you're watching from. And happy November. It's November 1st. Halloween's over. I've still got my Proton pack back here. It'll probably stay there for a while. I don't know where to. Now that Halloween's over, I'm not sure what to do with it and where to store it. But Kevin, what's going on? I didn't think you'd be in here. I thought you had a busy weekend moving yourself to Texas. Hopefully you're doing okay. What's up, Kev? um, let's see. Oh, in the morning. Dang. Well, if you need to pop out, any minute now, we'll understand. Just disappear if you need to go get your sleep. Ugh. Yeah, I spent today just cleaning up Halloween decorations and tidying up. It was really nice. And I'm ready to get some games on. I beat Silent Hill 2 on my own, which was fantastic. We beat Neva together. So we're starting a brand new game tonight. One I'm very excited for. And, 5 a.m., dude. Woo! You need to, you need to go get some rest. Good luck, by the way, and keep me posted. But we're going to do a little history lesson. We're going to do a little history lesson for those watching now or in the future of this game. We're going to do Broken Sword, Shadows of the Templar, and I'm really excited for it. Oh, John, what's going on? Totally forgot this is happening. That's okay. It's okay. We'll forgive you this once. No, but Shadow of the Templars is awesome. So I might make a full video about it on my channel, but point and click adventures were a big part of my childhood. Mainly the games from Sierra, like Space Quest, specifically Space Quest 4. I absolutely loved. Played it on MS-DOS on CD-ROM back in the early 90s. King's Quest 5 is probably my favorite point and click adventure of all time. I definitely need to stream that at some point on the channel. But Shadow of the Templars, Broken Sword, which is Broken Sword 1. There's many Broken Sword games. I think there's like 6. Maybe 7, because there was a new one that came out a few years back, and I played that on Switch, and I loved it. Can't even remember what it's called now. I should have done my homework. But anyway, Broken Sword 1, I loved. No Ghostbusters. Yeah, no Ghostbusters tonight. We're going to start a new game. But check this out. So, Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, is a funny game because it was made in 1996. This is old. It's old, but since then, even back then, over the next, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, the game was released so many times. It was like the original Doom. Okay, here you go. It was first released on Windows. This was, of course, a point-and-click adventure game, right, on Windows back in 96. And then it went to Mac OS, PlayStation 1. I remember renting that one. Then it was ported, get this, to the Game Boy Advance. This game was like a wizardry job. Somehow they ported it to Game Boy Advance. I'm going to go back to that in a sec. Palm OS, whatever that is. Is it like a Palm Pilot? Probably. Then it was re-released as a director's cut with new content as Shadow of the Templars Director's Cut on the Wii, Nintendo DS, the original DS, and then later ported that to Windows, Mac OS X, Linux, iOS, and Android. I didn't even know it was on iOS and Android. So it's been on like every system outside of like a calculator, okay? It's crazy. So the game it's been out there a while, and there's so many versions of it. And I want to show you guys this. It's quite funny, so I'm going to blow this up. First of all, let me give credit where it's due. I just pulled up this video on YouTube. It looks like it's on Game Intros and Finales YouTube channel, so go check them out. Subscribe to them, maybe. But this is called Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, 96 to 2024 comparison, because we're going to be playing Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Reforged. Okay, so this came out last month, a couple weeks ago, and it's like all. By the way, the game is hand animated. It was back in '96. It still is, but they reanimated the entire game for this Reforged version, which is why I'm so excited for it. So check this out. There's the... Oh, man, that brings back memories. Hold on. There's the original cover for it on PC. I remember that cover was just like, whoa, what is this game? And there's the director's cut. And here's the one we're going to be playing, the REFORGED version. Okay, look at this comparison here. We won't do too many spoilers, but this is the opening cinematic. Look at that. Let's pause it. Okay, look at that. I don't know if you can tell, but it is like way pixelated. This thing's running at probably 15 frames a second. Okay? So there's that. Well, let's keep going with this for a sec. Okay, so here's the director's cut.
For a week, but already I'd fallen in love with the city.
So they added voice acting in the director's cut. So it's like an echelon higher, right?
My latest discovery is a little cafe.
Better frame rate.
I was pretty sure the waitress was taking a shine.
It's like very much like a Flash game, right? It's like images just moving around, but they, you know, at the time and whenever the remaster came out, director's cut came out, like, what did it say, 2006 or something? This was like really cool, right?
That old Stobart charm.
So there's that same screenshot. Okay, so it looks better. It looks better. And now let's just jump to... I'm looking at the thumbnails here. Let's jump to that same shot on REFORGED. There's director's cut. Hold on. REFORGED. Here we go. REFORGED. Let's see if we can get this same shot with the waitress. Maybe I'll just play it. I'll just play it.
I guess.
Here's the director's cut. Okay, and here's REFORGED. What will be? There it is. Look at that. It's so much better. It's like 4K now. It's crazy. Yeah, so in the chat, played point-and-click games, played so many point-and-click games, and haven't played what is close to the definitive one by LucasArts. And I know John in the chat is way into Monkey Island. That's another classic from that era. Yeah, the Palm Pilot. Oh, that's nice, Kevin. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad he did that with you. Yeah, the Palm Pilot might as well be a calculator. That's true. Don't go swearing or anything. I've got you on the... You know me. I don't swear. And my channel's very family-friendly for the most part. Outside of creepy things like Silent Hill. But, yeah, I don't swear, actually, at all. It's amazing what 30 years difference can do, right? So this is all I wanted to show you. We're not going to watch this whole video, obviously, but I mean, the comparisons are just crazy. Let's look at one more screenshot. Here's the original. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's very like, right, pixelated, director's cut. And they introduced these portraits in the director's cut. And here's your REFORGED. Dang, it's just crazy. So here's the funny part, and then we're going to dive into the game. By the way, I pulled up some screenshots. So here's King's Quest V, which is what I mentioned is like one of my favorite point-and-click adventure games. Right? I can't zoom in the image. But King's Quest V is amazing. King's Quest VII I pulled up because this came out just a few years before Broken Sword did. And this is also a really great game, but I mean it's not that great technically speaking. It was at the time, but I replayed it maybe 10 years ago, and the opening cinematic, it looks like somebody made it in their basement, to be honest. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So I love the King's Quest games. But here you go. This is what I wanted to show you. Here's the version of Broken Sword I played as a kid. The Game Boy Advance version. Wouldn't you know? I played the worst version of all of them. Look at this. Look at what this version looks like. That's what I played. Of course it didn't have voiceover. Of course it wasn't like good at all. It's so pixelated. But I remember my mind being blown when my tiny little Game Boy Advance could play a full point-and-click adventure game like without cutting any content. other than, you know, voice acting and portraits and all this other stuff. So I actually have fond memories of the Game Boy Advance version. That's where I'm coming from. So this is going to be a step up, is what I'm saying. This is going to be a step up, right? So I'm very excited. I haven't played this game in many years, but I remember it, like, I would say decently well. But there'll be parts where I'm stuck on it, and I know the beginning of the director's cut. You know, I played the original version most, and the director's cut starts with the prologue, a brand new prologue with the female protagonist in it. And I only played that once or twice, so we'll see if I remember the first prologue section very well, and then it goes to George in the actual game. So I'm getting my PS5 up. Let's get caught up on comments. I love Monkey Island, but my favorite Lucas Arts point and click is Sam and Max. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. Big fan of Monkey Island 1 and 2. Sam and Max Hit the Road. Day of the Tentacle, and I've tried Maniac Mansion, but I'm really bad at it. I heard a lot about Sam and Max. I know that's one of the like staple point and click games, but I've never played it. The newest King's Quest game they made, and I did play and beat that. I love the new King's Quest game on PS4. Yeah, fantastic game. Loved it. And it was King Graham was voiced by Christopher Lloyd. It's amazing. Yeah, still playable. A port of Monkey Island to the GBA. Wouldn't that be crazy? Yeah, so check it out. I actually have... my collection. I think, yeah, here's King's Quest right here. It's not downloaded currently because I needed to save some space, but great game. Fantastic game. Oh man, I'm so excited for this. Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Reforged. Here we go. Let's do it. I've been waiting for this for a while. I downloaded this the day it came out, weeks ago. I might have to turn my volume up here. It's kind of quiet. Nasty Soda. You'll be deleting it within the hour? Why? This game's amazing. I don't think I'll mess with any of the settings. Get my phone out of my pocket while it buzzes. Yeah, let me know, of course, the audio balancing if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. It's hard to tell what's loud and what's not. Oh, interesting. Choose your preferred gameplay style. You can change these settings at any time in the options. Anytime. Enjoy the story at your own pace. Right, story mode and classic mode, right? Less important options are removed after use. Automatic hints for gentle guidance during gameplay. Manual hints only. Oh, so that's good to know that you can get manual hints, because I have no intentions on sitting here trying to scratch my head and solve something for like hours on stream. I'll just... You know me in puzzles. You guys know me in puzzles by this point. I'd like to say I'll do well because I remember the game pretty well, but that's not true. It's been a long time since I played this. Classic. We're going to go with classic. I don't know why it's so quiet right now. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of this. I'm not using a mouse. Press X to walk around. Move cursor around to 5 points of interest. Okay. When over something interesting, action icons will pop up. Oh, that's nice. It auto-selects them for you. Press X to interact. Press square to examine. Okay. Okay, press the options button to show the menu. Nice. That's kind of a cool little tutorial.
Fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me.
Let me know the audio levels if you could.
Of music, of love, and of death.
Oh, man. So nostalgic. Oh, that's cool. And then it morphs to the new logo. That's awesome. Oh, look at that. I love this music. Wow. Looks a little better than the Game Boy Advance. Looks much better. All the cars moving down there. Yeah, I don't know if the Game Boy could handle that. I used to have Scum on my phone for King's Quest and stuff. Dude, this is so cool. Here we go. Well, so it is starting out with George's story. This animation's so funny. Look at his face. Classic, dude. The animation from 1996. This was groundbreaking when it came out for a video game to look like that.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
Thank you, John. I turned the volume up. It's always hard to tell, so I appreciate you letting me know. Okay, so literally the joystick, I was wondering if it would let me free roam like the Game Boy Advance did. But it's literally just the mouse. And it's cool because whenever I highlight a point of interest, the haptics in the PS5 controller, they kind of buzz at you, which is useful. So we did start with George. There's no prologue with Nico. I thought there was. Maybe this isn't based on the director's cut. That'd be weird, huh? Let's go in here. I always like to start and going in here. We're gonna start by talking to seeing if the lady's okay, because we're a gentleman. Okay, so they said square is inspect.
The pretty young waitress was unconscious.
Let me know if that volume's a little better. I turned it up a bit.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? No, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans.
You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
The dialogue is pretty funny. Yes. No, but I played doctor as a kid.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
No alcohol. You might be... I can't remember what he says, but he's like, no, I can't give you alcohol.
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
I think he might be.
I've never seen a real-life corpse before, except for Grandmaman. That was different. She was family. Has he gone stiff?
I shouldn't think so. He's only been dead a few minutes.
Okay, let's talk. Clown.
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that all about Tuni played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either. Did the clown speak to the old man?
No, he just laughed at him. Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
She's handling this very well.
Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
How did the old man behave?
Well, agitated. He kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having an affair. He had that look about him, like a guilty husband.
Like a guilty husband.
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
I love how George just immediately starts tampering with evidence and stuff.
The waitress was clearly suffering from shock. A mysteriously undamaged bottle of spirit stood on the bar. I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy. It was the body of the old man. It was hard to believe I'd seen him alive only minutes before.
I really like the control scheme. It feels really nice. I wasn't sure how it was going to play on a PS5 controller, but I like it so far. Craig, what's going on? Dude, Craig, were you into point-and-click adventure games growing up?
I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
I am definitely still curious why they don't have the director's cut prologue in this version. I find that interesting. You'd think the reforged version would be the complete package, right?
The table had been overturned by the explosion. I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Can you guys hear okay still?
The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now.
The umbrella protected him from the blast? King's Quest all the way, yes sir. That's what I was just saying.
Crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened. The table had been overturned by the explosion. I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb
Ooh,
the
it doesn't let
evidence.
me skip dialogue when I've already heard it.
It was an iron lamppost. I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light on the affair.
Just the work that have to go into all these dialogues is crazy, right? This isn't the way we go, but I'm going to go over here to remind myself. Is this the alleyway with the sewer lid? Yeah. Okay. We come here later. I don't think there's anything to do there now. Oh, dude. Leisure Suit Larry. I remember playing the really old ones. I haven't played any of the modern ones that kind of look like this. But yeah, those games were super bad. The dialogue's a bit quiet. Okay. Is the music still quiet too?
Please, hold it right there. Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
I turned it up a
Put
bit.
that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This
How's that
dummy is
dialogue?
outraged.
Can you hear that better?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead? Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
Yeah, I hear that
To
too, John.
assume-
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
If you can. Yeah, you're right. The writing is very similar.
Hey,
Like the
maintenant,
wit is very similar
business.
in these games.
Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yes. After this cutscene, I'll go in. Oh, maybe it'll let me do it now. Nope. Oh, cool. You can go back and look at the dialogue log, though. That's handy. Oh, man. You can go way back. Cool. I'll go in and mess with the sound balancing after this cutscene.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Clown.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll leave. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
You thinks he's some psychic or something. Oh, there's Nico. I forgot you meet her at this point. Real quick. Controls help, menus option. Options, audio. Oh, there you go. Speech is way high. Music volume is at mid. I'll just turn the speech up and leave the music where it is. Let's pull the effects. Well, no, that's a well. Yeah, we'll pull the effects up to match the music. Let's try that. Gameplay. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's right. You can change this. Custom. How do I go to custom? That's cool. Option reduction. This is nice. Oh, maybe once I change one. Yeah, that changes it to custom. I see. I might turn option reduction on just for simplicity's sake, but we'll see how it goes without it. Automatic hints off. Huh. Yeah, manual hints on. Enable it or disable access in the game manual hints menu. Reveal hint weight. That's really cool. All the hint customization. That's nice. Progress notifications. What does that mean? Show notifications when progress is made and new game help becomes available. I'll turn that on. Let's see what it looks like. Bonus content include additional game content recovered from the original scripts. Wow, cool. Let's apply that. What languages do they have? Speech. 5 options. That's cool. Interface. Fast exit. Walk assist. Interesting. That's cool. Video. Game graphics. Oh, you can change it on the fly? Original and reforged? Whoa. Well, I'm just going to do original just to look at it real quick. Oh man. I don't know if you guys can see as well on the on your screen, but holy cow. That is crazy. That's just crazy. Let me move George closer to the screen. I mean, it's like so pixelated. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're definitely not going to do that. I just wanted to see it real quick. You forget how bad it looked. I mean, it looked looked incredible back then, but that is just crazy. I love that you can change it on the fly, though. Holy cow. All right, let's talk to Nico.
The girl presented a confident but sullen mask to the world, an expression more suited to the face of a delinquent youth.
Jacob, what's going on? Looks like Dimitri from Anastasia. He does. I also was saying I couldn't help but laugh. I've said this multiple times, but it's literally the freaking cartoon version of James Sunderland from Silent Hill 2. He looks exactly like him, but he's just this goofy cartoon character. It's like if Disney made Silent Hill 2. There's James. He's got the same green coat, the same hair. It's hilarious. Let's see. Schultz was German, though. My man needs a chiropractor for that lower back. I love how he knows of Hogan's actions and doesn't say anything just so he can keep the cushy job. What game is that you guys are talking about? You do have a type, Colby. I know. I gotta have my blonde, green-jacketed dudes in my games, or I'm not gonna play them.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Nico. She's a cool character.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
Well, what's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
Some kind
You're
of
a
nightclub.
reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but it was dressed like a clown.
Oh, God. It's him again.
Yeah, like this is very reminiscent of Monkey Island. And like even George's like just goofy, like weird sense of humor and stuff, like it keeps it pretty light. This is technically a murder mystery game, but it keeps it pretty light. Okay, I'm gonna get my jerky out, by the way. We've still got our teriyaki beef jerky, delicious. Gotta get that out. Okay, let's talk to Nico. By the way, Broken Sword 5, the one that came out a couple years ago, like the brand new one, is great. If you have a Switch, I recommend getting it. I think it's on PS5 too.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Let me know how the audio is too. I keep asking, but I just want to make sure it's perfectly balanced so you can hear me, but you can also hear the game. Because I'm going to try and shut up when they're talking.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantar. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe.
I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. How did Plantar get your name?
Through the newspaper La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders. One in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costumed killer. Plantar said he could supply me with more information.
It seems like the options do disappear, even though I have that off, so that's good.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
What? That guy is weird.
Yeah.
That guy is weird.
Rosso didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English for an American.
She's very witty.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Smooth, George.
You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. A bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll see you soon.
She is not. She's not having it, huh? She's like, we are not ever going to date, even though they do. Oh snap!
The sergeant was a scrawny man in his 50s who resembled a constipated chicken.
He resembled a constipated chicken.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rosso may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
The music. I feel like the characters are farther away from the screen. They get quieter. I feel like that might be part of it. Oh, and here's my items.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
No, monsieur. You're confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
We don't do sacrifices.
See you later, Sergeant.
I'm actually gonna, I think I'll turn the audio or the music down even more, just a little bit. Let's try that. Strike the perfect balance eventually. Okay. I think that's all we can do here, if I remember right. We're gonna go this way.
The muscular workman wore a morose expression, like a silent warning to leave him to get on with his job.
We're gonna talk to him.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics, but quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Oh, those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
One of my favorite things about point and click adventures is when you just start showing your items that you have to like random people. You're just like, hey, look at this crowbar, and they're like, I don't care about that. Like you just shuffle through all your items and like get people's random like thoughts on stuff.
It was a huge and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
Don't touch that phone.
Sorry. It was a tent made out of plastic sheeting. There was nothing inside the tent except a large toolbox. It was a battered metal toolbox.
Hey, stop that! Get away from there! What do you think you're doing?
I was admiring your toolbox.
Oh, eh? Had a good look, have you? I'm warning you, if you touch it, I'll crack your nut.
Okay, I get your point.
Oh, man.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door. The door was securely locked.
You just got to check everything in these games. You just inspect and check everything and exhaust all the options. Hopefully that's like an ASMR thing and not like boring. This is cool. I don't remember this being in the original. Was there a map in the original? Like I said, it's been a second, so we can go back to the cafe place by the Eiffel Tower, or we can go to the police station. Oh, there's that theme song. So cool.
It was a public telephone.
People in France lock their doors? No. That's funny. She drew herself. She drew a little picture of herself.
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
Yeah, see ya.
He was just making sure she really didn't want to go on a date with him.
The policeman was not much older than me. His face wore an expression of intense concentration.
I suppose she did not. But she will.
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say?
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me. May I see Inspector Rosso?
He is not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso, like Laurel and Kitten. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy. Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor, with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
Take a look at this.
Inspector Rosso's personal card. Where did you get this?
He gave it to me.
Why?
I think he was impressed with my powers of observation. He asked me to contact him if I had any information.
I see. You are a grass.
It's so funny. The humor
Thanks
is
for
just
your
so
help,
funny.
officer.
I love it because the player, George kind of has to be the voice of the player, right? Like, because the player can do all sorts of stupid things, like ask where Inspector Rosso is when we know we just saw him outside. And so the dialogue has to, like compensate for like players doing weird things. So it's really funny. Okay, can't do anything here. Let's go down the alleyway. I didn't think you could do anything yet. I think you have to get like not a crowbar. You have to get some kind of a tool to open that manhole up. But I remember you can like climb the the rain gutter.
The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars.
Before we climb, we're going to inspect the stuff.
There was nothing of interest.
I remember
I
this
took
being
a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
later in the game, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it breaks.
I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops. The drain pipe hung limp and useless.
Of course, we've got this. But we can't get in there yet.
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Check the other bins.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
What a weakling. Couldn't even lift a manhole.
I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty.
Nothing else here for now. That's what I thought. To be honest, my memory of this game is already waning. Like, I thought I would, like, have it all come back to me maybe more, but I'm not remembering a whole lot. I remember the screens, I remember the characters and stuff, but I don't quite remember what to do. Oh, that's right, there's the newspaper here. Ugh. And I think this gives me the info I need to call Nico back. We'll see.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
You found an item. New controls help is available. View this now? Yeah, let's take a look because we're just starting. Press triangle to see your items. Cool. Press square to examine an item. X to carry it. And then X again to move it to something. Okay. Oh, and then to combine. That's right. You can combine in this too. Okay, so that's good. Inventory.
It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results. The card read, Augustin Rousseau, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery.
That's cool. So you can get the paper and we can start doing weird things like giving it to Moo. And hearing his reaction.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
Please go away, monsieur.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah ad-Din, 1345.
Ah, so the meeting with the clown was planned.
How do you make that out?
The time of the explosion was between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, n'est-ce pas?
I guess so. But what about the name?
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah ad-Din the clown? I don't think so.
Okay, let's go show the newspaper to the worker, and then we'll go call Nico back. That is pretty slick, this system. I like it.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals. Ja! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Good info. Yeah, John.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Yeah, like the DNA, I think is how you phrased it earlier, of Monkey Island is kind of, all these old games are like this. But this, you're right, tonally, excuse me, I just inhaled some jerky juice. Yeah, tonally, this game is very much like Monkey Island.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Bingo. Can I call Nico from here? Yeah, we've got Saladin. See if she cares about that.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
No. How about you?
No, nothing new.
Okay, she doesn't care yet. To the manhole. Anything
The
else?
toolbox didn't contain anything else I needed.
Okay. That is nice that if you click like off the screen, like here, I just click the proceed to the door. Instead of watching him walk all the way, it just fades out, which is really nice. I don't think, I could be mistaken, but I don't think that was the case in the old one. That's okay, John. That's what we're doing.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Let's go. Now, Escape from Monkey Island was the one on PS2, right? Wow, that looks so much better. I do recognize a difference on some of these iconic scenes. Like, yeah, that's not what that looked like before.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
Clown nose.
It was the clown's red nose.
Ooh, the little puzzle icon appeared up here. Did you see that? It'd be so fun to write a point-and-click adventure game. I would love to do that.
It was a soggy, crumpled paper tissue. I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
He's got like a noir kind of like exaggerated description, you know? It's like it was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers. Like these like that's such like a 50s noir movie like line, right? Oh, that's the fourth one.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
This clown is not very good at escaping, is he? Look, he left his rag to clean off his makeup, his nose, and a scrap of material.
It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer. It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
There was a time, brief time, where before I had even published any books,
Hi there. Hold it right there.
Hold on.
Sewer rat. I knew you would come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
there was a brief time where I was going to, with a buddy of mine, we were going to design a point-and-click game. He's very good at like the programming side and like graphic design. He had a program where you could make pre-rendered backgrounds like this. And I was an illustrator for a time, so like I can draw and stuff, but we were going to put that together. It didn't go anywhere, but that was before I became an author. But man, that'd be so fun to revisit that.
Terrorists. The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Englishmen without a doubt. The filthy dogs. The day they opened that tunnel,
Was a bad day for France, I tell you. If I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu. And then, the man I chased. Do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
How's the volume? Volume check.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find it. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
I love how he just takes on the mantle of a hero. He's like, I'm going to catch this crazed killer in a foreign country.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, hey, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
That's what you think it is.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Let's show him some evidence here, maybe.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Busting out the Pringles, y'all. Yes. Delicious.
Take a look at this false nose.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do
I
that.
told you, I am never.
Hey, wait.
Take a look at this
I skipped
false
dialogue.
nose.
How'd I do that?
I told you, I have never seen it before.
Anyway.
I have to be going.
I'll let you out.
Not gonna let me explore and pick apart your yard?
Thanks for your time.
Go on, be off with you.
Oh, we're here. Okay, I'm going to take a quick, brief break. It is 11 o'clock my time, 11 p.m. So we're going to just take a 5-minute break because we're halfway through the stream. I need to go check on my daughter. She's having a sleepover. I got to make sure they're in bed. And make sure my other kids are in bed as well. So got to do a house check. And I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Stand by, please. Let's pause the game. Guess we'll do that. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I am shocked. Everybody's asleep. Crazy. I did not expect that. Kids doing what they're supposed to do? It's weird. Okay. Let's continue on. We have just escaped the sewers. I guess I have all that stuff, so I can go back to Moo and see if he has anything to say. I know, right? I mean, they're 9. They're little girls, so, like, they were probably pretty tired. Oh, you're playing Metal Gear Solid 3. Nice. I assume you're going to be all over that remake, right? Let's show him the clown nose.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes,
I found this red nose in the sewer.
what were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
He doesn't want it as evidence. Maybe I can go call Nico now. We got to do something fun here in a sec. We're going to draw the winner for the raffle, for the giveaway. Our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. That raffle is tonight, y'all.
Yes, I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then
Ashley,
the
no
clown
way! What's
must
going
be an
on?
Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not
The
so
dialogue in
much
this
a
game's so
question of
funny.
liking,
Ashley, how you
rather
doing? You
one
figured
of
out
the-
YouTube.
I have none.
How'd you get here? We're playing a classic point-and-click adventure game tonight. That is super cool to see ya. You figured it out. We're going to pause this one more time. I totally forgot, guys, while I was just on the little break. We need to do the drawing for our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So Ashley just joined the chat. If you have not already, go in the description of this video and throw your name and email into the raffle, because we're going to draw right now for a gaming gift card, either a Nintendo eShop card or a PlayStation Store card. I'm going to pull up my information on my other screen here. And today's the day, November 1st, at least where I'm at. It's not, it's already November 2nd for, I think, everybody else in the chat right now. Okay. Let me get my results up. It's exciting. Let's see how many people we had here in the end. Wow, we had 36 people go into that raffle. That's exciting. And by the way, the subscribers right now are at 2.3 thousand. So since we hit 2,000 and started this raffle 3 weeks ago, we've got 300 more subscribers. That's amazing. Thanks, everybody. Your support is always very awesome and exciting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Ashley, so we hit 2,000 subscribers not too long ago. So we've been, for the last couple of weeks, kind of advertising a little bit. I say we all the time. It's just me. I've been advertising to get your name in there. So make sure you do that real quick if you want to, and we'll wait before I do the drawing. That would be so cool if you threw your name in the hat right now and you won. While you do that, I'm going to pull up my randomizer so it picks a name for me. Trying to look around my microphone, which is right in my face here. I'd advertise if I had any internet presence. I appreciate it, John. Trying to lean away from the microphone when I'm stuffing my face with snacks. What am I doing? I don't have my Coke Zero with me. What am I doing? I'm on my phone, so I don't know if I can figure it out. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? We'll do this. If you want. You don't have to, because obviously you'd have to give me your email so I could email you the... I have your email. I could email you if you win. I'll throw you in. I'll throw it in for you. How about that? being healthy. That's what John. Do not encourage healthy habits. I need my Coke. My Coke Zero. It's a Coke Zero, so it's healthy and good for me, because that's what the can says. Okay, I'm throwing you in the raffle, and I'm doing the drawing right now. Here we go. It's gonna pick it. Here we go. Okay, we have a winner. Let me see who it is. It gave me the number. Okay, I think we have it here. Let me just double check my work. Yeah. The winner of the Nintendo eShop gift card or the PlayStation Store card, whichever you prefer, is going to be one Austin Holland. Austin Holland, who is not in the chat right now, but I will be emailing you, Austin, if you see this after the fact. And, you know, I usually give my winners about a week or so to reply, just in case, because sometimes people don't check their email very often. And if they don't reply, then I'll reach out to another person. I'll do another raffle. But congratulations to Austin Holland. You got a card coming at you, so I'll hit you up. I love how you can... I think you guys can probably still hear the birds chirping from the game. It's like it's broad daylight outside. Eating chips and dark chocolate. Nice. Good choice. Okay, that's that. I'm going to leave that up on my screen, and we're going to keep playing this game, shall we? Let's do this. Austin Holland, I'll be hitting you up, son. I'm already like halfway through my Pringles. I don't like that. Okay, I think we can go call Nico now at the police station. Let's do that. That was fun when we had our Halloween party last stream. That turned out really cool. We gave away another gift card in that last stream because we hit 20 consecutive viewers for the very first time. It was very exciting. You used up all your luck, Kanjan. Yeah, Ashley, go back and check that video out. It was fun. We sampled, we did a spinny wheel to sample a bunch of Halloween or spooky games. I dropped in on Ashley's stream, by the way. If you guys want to check it out, go check out her channel. She does a lot of cool stuff on there, too. She's currently playing my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy IX, so go check out her streams. But yeah, I was going to say I dropped in on yours and saw a little bit of the spooky games you were playing. The Colby Dunn Variety Hour. I did like the sort of specialness. It wasn't just kind of the normal, just let's play a game together. It was different. I liked that too. Maybe we can come up with like a monthly thing or something. Let's see what Nico has to say.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
No. How about you?
No, nothing new.
What are you talking about? I got evidence. Maybe I can show the evidence to this guy.
Hi, it's me again. Again? Yes, I spoke to you earlier.
But of course, it is Monsieur Hardy.
Stobart. George Stobart.
Okay, we'll show him the nose.
I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
He doesn't care at all.
I found this tissue.
What the hell is that? Evidence? Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is grease paint.
Ah, and that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
Everybody just makes fun of how weird he is.
I found this scrap of material in the sewer.
Vraiment?
It was probably torn from the clothes of a psychotic killer.
Even if you were Sherlock Holmes, I would have trouble believing you.
Sherlock Holmes.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember this game as well as I thought I would. Okay, so we've been in the sewer. I wonder if I can talk to this guy again. I wonder if I knock if he'll talk to me.
Hi there. Remember me?
Oh, how could I forget? The man with the sewer obsession.
It's not an obsession. I just like the ambiance.
You smart Alec. I already showed him all this stuff.
Are you sure you've never seen this material before?
I told you, I have nothing to say.
I have to be going.
Adieu, monsieur.
Such an interesting style. Yeah, are you familiar with like point and click games? Where it's kind of just like narrative driven. You kind of have to find clues, and this particular game is very witty. It's very like funny. There's a lot of different like dialogue options you can do. Yeah, they're fun. At the beginning of the stream, I was kind of explaining I played a lot of these as a kid growing up. They were really big in the 90s, and this is actually a remastered game from 1996. So it looks very awesome now, but it didn't look like this in 96, I can assure you. I wonder if he's closed the sewer from the other end. Yeah, John's right in the chat. Monkey Island is one of the best point and clicks. At least the one, again, I only played one of them. I think John said it was the fourth one. But yeah. Nothing else to do down here, I don't think. Oh, it still lets me come up here. That's what I do. He's like, let me let you out, and you literally just have to come back.
The fountain had probably been attractive at one time, but now it looked like an old stained urinal.
Looked like an old stained urinal.
It looked like some kind of antiquated invalid carriage with passenger seats.
Let's check it out. If this is
The
Silent,
door was locked.
if this was Silent Hill 2, we'd break the window out because that's what James does, right? Stale urine.
Hello again.
What now?
Come on, give me something here, dog. Give me something here.
Take a look at this false note.
I've already showed him
I
everything,
told you, I have never seen it before.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You are up to no good down those sewers, what you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck. Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Army Noid Division.
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life.
Where'd my glasses go?
In the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning. And tell it just like it was.
He thinks I'm the inspector now. That's awesome. I never would have thought to do that. You just gotta kind of try everything in these games.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
Oh, he was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine.
Let me know if the dialogue
Was
is
like
audible.
iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert? I fought to make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Cut his toenails, huh? Not what you
Was
guys
the guy
thought.
you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
You better let me in your door.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
I want to just like go inside there.
The door led to the apartment of the blustering old concierge.
Okay, he just comes out. I just wanted to make sure I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah?
walk in there.
Yes, Inspector.
Nothing.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Thank you. Let's see. See if there's anything else we can interact with in here. Maybe this is a good time. Let's do this. Let's test out game help control. I wonder if this. Let's test out the hint system. Okay, cool. The story so far. That's nice. It kind of summarizes it. And then you can go to hints. Oh, that's what the puzzle in the corner meant. I found some materials in the sewers. Now what? Do I have to combine them? Perhaps someone will recognize it. Why is it timing? Oh, it's timing before I can get the next hint. That's cool. That's really cool. There's the opening scene. All right. I like how that works. Yeah, I know, right? I can't remember anything. Me too. And it's like every single time I like the ones where when you boot it up, it's like, let's recap what was last time. It's almost like a cartoon. Like, last time on Broken Sword.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
I think I showed him everything, but before I leave, I'm just going to double check.
Did I show you this tissue?
We miss you.
Take a look at this.
Yeah,
false
we did all
nose.
this. We did all this.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now he's talking to me about it.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Well, what was it,
Where did
dude?
you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romany seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
It's like slight sarcasm.
What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
Todrick.
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
Nice.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Raymond, I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Awesome. There's the autosave, which means we're on the right track. Now we go to a phone and call that number. Let's use the one right outside the door. Speaking of Final Fantasy IX, now that we're done with Silent Hill and Neva, I might juggle games again. We might juggle games. We'll play this, and I'm tempted to start Final Fantasy IX on my next stream with the PC mods. That would be so amazing. All right, let's call Todrick.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
All right, we're in business now. I'm happy with that plan as long as we do play Monkey Island. Yeah, we could do that in MUVR, you know. I could do it on the PS2. That'd be fun.
You know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
He's not asking very good questions, is he?
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work.
He's just pressing him.
Can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
That was funny.
Did you know that one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
That's it, huh?
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Thanks for nothing. I keep wanting to call Nico, but I don't think I have any new information for her. Okay, I keep calling her, and she's like, "Why do you call me, man?"
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet.
There
I
we
met a
go.
witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
She didn't specify that it was only business that time, so George might get her phone number from this. Rougerie. Oh, that's pretty far away. Oh man, this is bringing back memories. Like every
The shop
screen I
window
see,
featured a display of gowns and women's stuff.
I don't like remember it very well, but like every new screen, I'm like, oh, like this brings back like a feeling, you know, like a memory. That's true. He already got her phone number.
It wasn't the style of the clothes in the shop that caught my eye, but the prices. The same amount of money would feed a starving family for the rest of their lives. I guess people who buy that kind of stuff don't have a problem with their consciences. The shop window featured a display of gowns and women's stuff.
Same thing. That's her place. Let's talk to the lady first and inspect everything else.
The vacant shop was sealed with a steel blind. It was a food store selling fruit and vegetables.
You guys can't see that. It's covered up by my stream garbage. Let's check out her flowers.
They were lilies or tulips. Some kind of flowers anyhow. Pretty, I guess, if you like that sort of thing. Me? I couldn't see the point of buying something that was already half dead. The woman was doing something with a pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting. She was a cheery old soul, the kind you'd walk across the street to avoid.
He's like slightly cynical. It's so funny.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Yeah, he totally reminds me of Guybrush from Monkey Island.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me.
Yeah, we gotta get flowers to bring to Nico when I go into her apartment. Gotta be a gentleman, right?
What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
That's so funny.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he fixed it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
There's a lot of dialogue in this game, so I'm not talking as much as I normally do, but I think that's a good thing, right? We got to hear the dialogue.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap.
Excuse me.
You're a young lady. She deserves better.
There's a lot of dialogue trees with her.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
Oh,
That's awful.
Now, don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
so she puts on a hard exterior, huh? Because she seemed pretty cutthroat when I first talked to her. But she's a softie.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Man, there's still more dialogue.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
So I think that's what that option in the menu was. I think it lets you, it takes away the options from the dialogue options. It's a weird sentence. If you've exhausted all the important information. Because I know they can keep talking and talking about stuff that you don't need to know. It's just extra story dialogue. So I think that's what that feature is in the options menu that we saw. You can just make it move you along faster because when you've got the information you need, it just ends the conversation, which is nice. But I kind of like exhausting it all so I can hear it because, you know, the dialogue is written really well. These games are written so well that I like to just listen to all of it.
The vacant shop was sealed with a steel blind.
Whoops. Okay, let's go talk to Nico.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Ah, so I bet you had to talk to her first before you could get in. I just walk in.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
See that big old smile she gave him when he came in?
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop his story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh, no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
That covers just about everyone.
All right, we'll talk to her about the clown first.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
Ninja Turtle?
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it. Millions of housewives literally spitting their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
Let's keep going.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the end, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A penguin, an emperor penguin killed him?
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
All circus
I hate
things.
to admit it, but this is scary.
I mean,
And I'll tell you
snowman's
what,
not, but...
I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Yeah, with the music and the dialogue and stuff, I'm getting flashes of memory from playing this back when it sounds like a Supernatural episode. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that's exactly my point. Like, I remember playing this as a kid, and I at the beginning of the stream, we go through a little bit of the history of the game before we started playing it. And I played the crappiest version of this game ever made. They ported it, believe it or not, to the Game Boy Advance in the like, I think it was like the early 2000s, maybe a little earlier than that, late 90s. And that's the version of this game I first played as a kid, and it was creepy. Like, it was like really creepy, like the music and like and there wasn't voice acting obviously in the Game Boy Advance version, or at all back then, because that didn't come around until the remastered version came out. But yeah, like, I just remember this being so cool and like creepy and funny too, obviously, but yeah, the vibes were just creepy, especially on the Game Boy Advance game. Maybe it's because my flashbacks involve me playing my Game Boy Advance in my bed at night when I was supposed to be asleep. But I'd play this murder mystery game, right, with my headphones in, and like, oh, it was creepy. Good times, good times.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Oh, who am I going to call? I don't know. Can't call Nicole, because she's sitting right there. It only lets me call Todrick from here. Let's see if he has something else to say.
Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Nothing. Yeah, the nostalgia, it's so powerful, right?
Forget it.
Forget it. I guess I can show her the evidence, huh?
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Rite du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, you might have had a cold.
Why don't you put it on, George?
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, bro, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
Nice.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
Moonscar. New suspect. Oh, I can ask about the photo now and her.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh no.
I keep wanting to learn more about these characters. I think I could just go on, but I want to like hear her keep talking.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
Yeah, there it is, George. Nice. That was the last question. Do you have a boyfriend? None of your business. Nice try.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Okay. I think we gotta go to the shop now.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
Well, I guess I could visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
You can come with me on a date. Would your boyfriend be upset? Yeah, dude, this remastered version looks so freaking nice. Oh, we got a, I gotta exit out of Steam. I hate how it... Ashley, you talk about this on your streams too. Steam just hijacks everything. Whenever I push my PlayStation button, like my home button on my PS5, Steam comes up. I'm like, get out of here, bro. I don't want you. Okay, I got a trophy. It says join forces with a Parisian journalist called Nico. 1% of the game. Okay, so the shop. Maybe let's just quickly show the old woman the photograph and see what she has to say about it. Probably nothing. Yeah, it's so annoying.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
I guess she doesn't have anything to say.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Yeah, if you exit Steam, like actually sign out, which is what I just did, now we're freed up, you see. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow I gotta check out Fortnite because they updated it, I think, today. I gotta see what that's all about. This last season was very uninteresting to me. Okay, we got about 10 minutes left in the stream. Here is where the shop is. Let's check out the shop real quick. Creepy. Let's observe first. Is that a poo?
It was a disgustingly realistic plastic novelty. Like one I'd left on the teacher's desk at school. Boy, that caused so much of a stink you'd have thought it was a real one.
Can I take it?
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I realized my mistake.
He's disgusted.
It was a
by
novelty, all right, but it wasn't plastic. It was an antique phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
I think the guy gets mad at me if I try and do it. Oh, no. There we go. It's playing the death song. Just want to look at everything before I talk to the guy.
She reminded me of a girl I dated back in high school. Come to think of it, the dummy had more personality.
Let's take a closer look at the woman.
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes as Nico. The strange thing was, I hadn't realized I'd noticed the color of Nico's eyes.
He's thinking about Nico already.
The dummy wore a traditional Puro costume. At least, I guess it was a dummy. I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
Yay, free turd. Oh no. Alright, let's talk to this dude.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was mournful and humorless. He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse.
I love the dialogue.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. But in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
What the heck? That's hilarious. Let's just go right to the chase.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
I was going to say, what if I show him my card and pretend to be an investigator again, but it's not an option.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah,
Give me
that
his
was
name,
weird.
and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown
on, man, step up.
costume is our most popular line, monsieur. On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by. A description, perhaps?
Well, how about this?
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning.
And?
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay.
Does
Here's
this
the
dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Okay, to whom?
About this tissue.
I have already given you my professional opinion.
Yeah, it smells it. How much face paint are you smelling, dude?
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
That's a big name for this game, Monsieur Khan. Let's ask about the nose.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Okay.
Have you heard of a man named Plantar?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
All right, I think we've exhausted everything.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
Okay, I think we're good. Yeah.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure.
I realize
monsieur.
I've had my computer mouse
Allow
on the
me
screen
to
for a
shake
minute.
you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
You shocked him.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Oh, man.
It was the shake and shock buzzer I'd been given by the man in the costume shop.
Can I just use it? Can I use it on myself? Can I use it on the guy?
Excuse me?
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this buzzer back?
No, you keep it.
I thought he was going to try and shake his hand, and he'll be like, dude, I just gave that to you. I'm not falling for that. Let's try it on one of the dummies and see what it does. He just shrugs. Okay. Let's get out of here. That's pretty much right on time. That's perfect. Let's see. So next, we've got more information. I mean, I guess I could go tell Nico. I'm just trying to think where I would logically go next. Because he gave me the name of the guy. The name of the suspect is Khan, right? So maybe I'll head back to Nico's real quick. Real quick, and then we'll end the stream. Because it's midnight where I come from. Hey, Nico, I'm going to walk in your house again.
Salut, George. What news?
I've been to the costume shop.
Yeah, I like it. What are you supposed to be?
I didn't hire a costume. These are my clothes, and you know it.
Did you ask about the clown?
Yeah. He used the name Khan. He hired 2 costumes, the clown and a pixie.
Then we're one jump ahead of him.
How do you make that out?
He probably plans to use the pixie suit next time he kills.
Oh, God, don't let it be me. I don't deserve to die at the hands of a pixie.
Don't be silly, George. That won't happen.
Oh, no?
No, because every time you see a pixie, you're going to run like hell.
It's true.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of
Patience.
that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
We can talk about Khan, but first I'm going to try and shake her hand with the buzzer.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
Oh, dang it.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture.
Good thing we didn't use it, huh?
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Okay, I think that's it for her stuff. We don't have any new phone numbers to call.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Okay. Pretty sure we're good.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Where was George staying? He doesn't have a hotel room or anything. I'll try and call Todrick one more time now that we have Khan's name and see if he gives
Hello?
me more
Who is
information.
this? It's George Stobart again.
What now?
The man I'm looking for.
Under the nearest bridge.
Khan. He bought a suit from you. Remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
I remember
Thanks,
that part.
Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
I remember this part. It's cool.
Now we're getting somewhere. Do you know the Hotel Ubu?
The Ubu? Yes, I do.
That's where the clown stayed.
Good work, George.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch out for Khan, George.
Don't worry, I will.
Perfect place to end for the night. Let's go to the hotel. And we'll call it a day. I don't think we've saved it at all. Has it just been auto-saving this whole time? I didn't think about it. Hotel Ubu. Okay. We're good. I think it manually saves. Or auto-saves, I should say. Menu options. Oh, save game. I haven't saved it at all. Good thing I didn't just turn it off. We're saved. We've been playing for an hour and 20. I guess we'll find out if it saves next stream. If we have to restart, that'll be fun. Nah, we got it. We got it. Cool. Well, appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I know we had a crowd that kind of came in and out, but always appreciate every one of you. And congrats to our raffle winner again. I'll be back on Monday, and we might start Final Fantasy IX. I'm trying to think if there's any other games I wanted to start, but really it was just this one that was on my backlog as far as games I want to play. And I didn't really cover it on the channel either, but the news of Xenoblade Chronicles X coming to Nintendo Switch in March is pretty cool. I have the Wii U version, but it's been about a decade since I played it. I played it right when it came out. So I don't know. Next year early, we might have to replay that game because I really enjoyed it. Secret of Monkey Island, that's right. You're still pushing it. I appreciate you, John, tuning in. But anyway, you guys have an awesome night. I will catch you on Monday, and hopefully I'm going to get some time tomorrow to put some new videos out on the channel because I have a bunch backed up that I wanted to work on, and I just haven't had time with all the Halloween stuff going on. But now that that's over, I do have a few more quieter weeks, so more videos coming. Thanks, everybody, for the support, and I will catch you next week. Talk to you guys later. See ya.